maybe it's worth revisiting this briefly.
Yeah, we'll use this
That's
for
right.
34. 34 is basically just, anyway, that's very short. But I think the main event today is 33.
That's right. Okay,
Yeah.
so just a brief reminder then. I mean, this chapter is all about circles, and we've seen that if you draw a line through a circle, then if it is a diameter, then you get right angles when you draw the angle of the segment, or circumference, I think. Maybe those are synonymous. If you have a line through a circle which is not a diameter, then the smaller segment has the larger angle. And prop 32, which we did last time, as you can see in this diagram here, is saying that if you have an angle, in this case dBf, that this is equal to the angle in the alternate. Is that alternate segment, if that's the right language? Yeah.
My handwriting is probably terrible. I can't read
No,
it.
that's fine. Yeah, so dBf is equal to dAb. And what this kind of pretty clearly makes possible is to construct a circle on a line with a given angle. So that's what we'll now do over here. All right. So proposition 3.33 says to draw a segment of a circle equal to a given rectilinear angle. On a given straight line. All right. So let AB be given. And angle C. So I'm going to suppose it acute for the moment. So the case where it's a right angle is trivial, basically. The case where it's obtuse is just mutatis mutandis, the same as the case where it's acute, just using it sort of like the alternate thing in the previous proposition. So let's say acute. So here is C. Okay, so let angle BAD be constructed equal to C on AB. And that we've been able to do for a long time, so that's proposition book 123. So that's here. Just a moment. I shouldn't have drawn it quite like that, just because of what will happen in a moment. So let's do this. So this is given, and then I'm just going to arrange my picture so that this is horizontal, just because it's going to be a tangent to a circle in a second. But we can construct this such that BAD is equal to C. Okay, so BAD is acute, and then we draw AE at right angles to DA. Okay, as far as we like. But we can of course cut off a part of that equal to AB, so I'll just assume that it's the same. Sorry, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so I'm going to draw a straight line at right angles to DA. So E, its endpoint is unspecified right now. Just take it far enough. Halve AB at F. Let FG be drawn at right angles to AB. So that is here. And join GF as I have. Okay, so since AF equals FB and FG is common, so I'm going to join GB as well. Sorry, I didn't say that. So we're just observing that that is equal to that, and that is common, and there's the common right angle. AFFG equal to BFFG respectively. Yes. And AFG and BFG are equal because they're right angles. So AG equals BG by proposition 1.4. I feel like that must be the most used proposition in the book. Okay, so obviously we're going to now draw a circle with that radius. So draw a circle centered at G with radius AG. Okay, so it's a bit awkward. Alright, I kind of well, what's wrong with my picture here? I want D. Yeah, well, obviously that's not right. Okay, so let's just move E in a bit so that it lies on the circle. Okay. Now what? So I want to join EB. And now I'm basically done. So since AD is the end of a diameter, AD touches the circle. That was proposition 3.16, or rather the corollary, which was the converse, if I remember correctly, to the statement that we had. Right, so once we have a circle and a right angle, the line that's at the right angle, AD in this case, must be a tangent, that is, it touches the circle. Now we use proposition 32. Because we have our circle, we have the line AB, which is acute, And that tells us that the angle BAD, which by construction equals C, is equal to the angle in the alternate segment, which is BEA. And so we're done. All right, so over to you.
Awesome. So 34 is similar to this, and I would say significantly simpler. Actually. Let me just detach. Oh, attach. And explored. Oh, we have two. Okay. So set up.
Just walk forward a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Cool. So proposition 34. Sec. Proposition 30. Ooh, my pen's not working.
I can see it.
Is it my? Oh, the board. Oh no, here you go. Proposition 34 is stated in an interesting way. I guess it's I I didn't exactly understand it until I read the whole thing. So to cut off a segment accepting an equal angle equal to a given rectilinear angle from a circle. So you know, I guess, what this means once we go through the proof. What is accepting?
Oh, so the difference here is that we're given the circle before we were given the line.
Right.
Is that it? Yeah.
That's So you're given the circle and the angle, and you do it before you have to construct the circle. So that's a bit more complicated. Equal to a given rectilinear angle from a given circle. Okay, so what do we mean? We're given a circle. So let me draw the circle here. And you're also given an angle just out in space somewhere. So the book calls it capital D. I'm going to call it small d, just because we usually use the capital letters for lines or points, not lines, and just to avoid confusion here. So we construct a tangent, and we've done this before, so I won't belabor the point. So the tangent touches the circle at B, and we're going to use proposition 1.23, like we did in the last proposition, to construct an angle 23, not 33, to construct this angle here at B on the line. Well, I'm going to call this line F, B, E, F, E. Right, so we have some names for this. We're going to construct an angle like this. So the construction means this is B. This is going to be same as the one we're given, just so that they want to call this point of intersection of this line and the circle C.
Wait, you're outlining the proof rather than the thing to be done, right?
Yeah, am I? Yeah, I guess is this already the proof?
Yeah,
maybe
I guess the proof's so straightforward that it's reasonable to say it this way, but I would say, like, you're given the circle, you need to find a line or so find a segment of the circle, maybe is the best way to put it. So 2 points on the circle, in this case BC, such that B going to some point on the circumference, which is within the segment, in this case the area to the bottom right. So B, a point on that segment, C is equal to alpha, right?
Right. So I guess my understanding was that so we do this construction, and then I guess the proof is just applying proposition 332 to say that the next thing I'm going to draw on this other side is actually equal to the angle D.
Yeah.
So the I guess to cut off a segment, like we're cutting off the segment BC, and I guess accepting an equal. Oh, okay. So accepting an angle equal to a given. So yeah, my understanding was that we had to prove that this thing here is D, right? And I guess the construction was what I wrote down, and the proof is really just an application of proposition 332.
Right.
It's actually a typo in the book. The book says 132 is actually 332. So yeah. So we construct this. We'll call this A, right? So I guess really by proposition.
So
3.
maybe a better way to say it is, given a circle, to construct a triangle in the circle with one of its angles equal to a given rectilinear angle. And that's equivalent.
Right. Yeah. That's equivalent. It's probably clearer that way. I guess this is what they mean by accepting an angle. That one, right? Okay. So by 332, angle FBC is equal to the angle in the alternate segment, which is equal to CAB or BAC, CAB, same thing. So that's it. So this is much simpler. It's really just an application of 332. And I don't know, Dan, if you want to do a little bit of the next one.